What's up guys, this is Yasin. So I've been completely overwhelmed this weekend, and honestly today I don't really have time to make like a really big video or anything. So all I will really be doing is going to be reviewing this new card right here, Infernal Punisher. And yeah, I mean, let's get right into it. It's only really one new card. It's not going to take forever to review. So it's a normal spell, and you can only activate one of these effects, but each effect is once per turn. So either you add a water dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand, then if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon the added monster. Okay, so going second, you're basically special summoning a water dino from your deck potentially. Or you tribute a monster for cost, and then special summon a level 6 or higher fire monster from your hand, deck, or grave, but its effects are negated unless it is a fiend monster. Okay, so right off the bat, this is either kind of like a bonfire for water dino, which is, I mean, super specific, or a potential special summon from deck for a high level fire monster, I guess, because you also have to tribute a monster, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, let's check out the water dinosaur monsters first. I know there's not too many. There's only 9 of them at the current moment, and obviously, as you can clearly tell by the artwork, there's Infernal Incinerator, which is Chaz Princeton's level 6 fire fiend monster, as well as Water Dragon. I think that's actually a dragon monster, no? I don't think that's a dinosaur. You summon it with dinosaur monsters using Bonding H2O, but maybe it is a dinosaur, I don't know. But yeah, that's Bastian Misawa's card. But yeah, so you can search Hydrogeddon, you can search Duotherion, Submare the Tour Ride, what the frick is this? And then yeah, you can search 3 normal monsters, Cabasouls, Megalosmasher X, and Frostosaurus. And it's kind of shitty, I'm not gonna lie. Would have been really broken if you could actually also summon from the extra deck, potentially, if your opponent controlled the monster. That way it would at least be like an instant fusion, but even then it wouldn't be like insane because you can just play ready fusion at this point and then summon Brachioradus, which is also very sussy card. But yeah, obviously the search targets for water dino, it's way too niche at the current moment. Right off the bat, this already reminds me of like the effect of Bonfire when it just came out. It didn't really have any good search targets, honestly. It took quite a while for it to be able to search real good cards. I mean, I can think of Centurion, is it Trudea? I forgot. Yeah, I think it's Trudea. As well as Snake Eye Ash, obviously, as Snake Eye Poplar. And even then, like, Snake Eye Ash on release was not even good. It didn't have anything good to search. It had, like, the level 1 that summons itself from the hand, like, if you control, which is not pop, by the way. For the level 6 or higher fire monsters now, this is where it gets really interesting, because it doesn't actually force you to summon a fiend monster necessarily. It's just that the effect is negated unless you're summoning a fiend. But if you don't care about the effect on the field, then it doesn't necessarily hurt you all too much, and this is where this card can be very interesting. Other than the fact that it has to tribute a monster for cost, which is kind of annoying, I still think that this card can be pretty good. I mean, you can technically summon Rescue Ace Turbulence, but it's gonna get its effect negated, which is kind of defeats the purpose. You can summon Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, and then, I mean, it's a negation if you can use SP Little Knight to banish it, and then it comes back and it's unnegated, but yeah, that's what you can do with, like, pretty much all these cards here. You can summon, like, True King Agnimazud. Yeah, it's just a lot of, like, shit cards. Vala, Satyr of the Generator bosses. It has a graveyard effect, so getting it in rotation is not too bad. Wow, Jesus. You can summon Flamberge Dragon. Yeah, so far, not a lot of good options, huh? You can summon Dograt and then bounce it back, maybe, and then Kaiju your opponent. I don't know. Not really good. You can summon Rescue Ace Preventer, Snake Idea Bellstar, but again, the effects are negated. And again, unless you're summoning a Fiend, the effect is always getting negated, so let's still try to check out if there is more good fire monsters. Obviously, you can summon the Fire King monsters, which is cool because again they all have graveyard effects, so at least you're getting them in rotation and then you can crash and then benefit off of it, so you know it's not too bad. But then you still have to tribute a monster, but you can normal summon a hand shop or normal summon a monster, like in like your Ponix or Ulcanix gets negated, you can just tribute it away. But then again, those cards can also just crash and, you know, have value anyways. You can out summon the Infernoid monsters, unfortunately. That would have been really cool, even though it wouldn't really change anything. I mean, actually it would, because, yeah, they're fiend monsters. Mastio Furnace, again, kind of irrelevant. Metal Foes, a little irrelevant. And then, yeah, Infernal Incinerator is the highest attack Fire Fiend, level 6 that you can summon. Very interesting. Okay, and it's pretty bad. And, yeah, oh my god, okay. So many garbage cards, you know what? I'm probably not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna skip everything and then check out the Fire Fiend monsters that you can summon. So again, Infernoids are useless. Lava Golem, useless. You cannot special summon any of those cards. You can summon Infernoid Soul of Sharvara, but it defeats the purpose because then you have like an unnegated Sharvara on the field, which doesn't have an effect on the field anyways. So what are you really achieving? You know, nothing at all. And that's actually pretty much it, because it has to be level 6 or higher. That's just really sad, you know? Like, none of them actually have real effects. That's just the issue. Like, a lot of cards just cannot be special summoned. Like, Flame Ogre, for example, this card cannot be special summoned. And it's dog shit anyway, so why would you want to summon that card in the first place? So yeah, it's not a card that really feels like it does much of anything right now. But at the same time, this card reminds me a little bit of Chaotic Elements, where at any moment, this card could randomly be really good. And I mean, remember when Chaotic Elements came out, we were like, okay, right now you can search Danger Nessie, and then you can search like terrible cards if you want to. Like, you can search like the Ashen and Testina cards. They're not good. Like, these two TCG exclusives, they suck. However, the graveyard effect of Chaotic Elements is remarkable. Like, you can banish it and then steal like a Detonator, for example. I mean, if your opponent controls Detonator, you can steal any monster. At the current moment, this card has like a 0% chance of even like being able to do anything, just because like the search targets are crap, and it's gonna take like for Konami to really create like a broken water dinosaur deck in order for this card to be good, because then at least you're gonna have search targets. I think this card can be really, really good if they create a deck that plays both water dinosaurs and level 6 or higher fire monsters, so that if you draw like 2 copies of this card, you can use the first copy to search, and then the second copy to like actually special summon a monster. Let's be real with ourselves. If the only thing you're ever doing is search a water dino, it's just not worth it, because you might as well just play regular dino like Jirac Dino or whatever, and then play Fossil Dig and you're good to go, because they're relatively easy to search. And actually, they're pretty easy to search. There's even like Soul Eating Oviraptor. There's the babies when they die. I mean, it's special summons from deck, which is even better. So yeah, I think this card is just like not necessary. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.